Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. Joe Biden just announced $100 million of US funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank. But it turns out that his action has made a lot of Americans to react. But before we look at how people are reacting to this, let's first take a look at the video of him giving this announcement.
Today, I'm also announcing $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank. This money will support more than 1 million displaced and conflict-affected Palestinians, including emergency needs in Gaza.
People are not happy with his decision of giving out that amount of money when Americans are also going through some hardships. Now, they went on to say that people in America really need that money as well. Let me not bore you with a lot of words. So with that said, let's just check out some of the reactions from people and hear what they had to say about this decision. And when I get back, we talk more about this issue.
What disgusts me about this is not the $100 billion. What disgusts me about this is the fact that 3 weeks ago, the US government was literally going to shut down because they couldn't agree on how much money should be spent inside the country. Like, Republicans literally thought we were spending too much money and we were going to shut down because of that, as in millions of Americans were going to lose their livelihood for God knows how long because of that. But suddenly, Joe Biden has the cojones to ask for not just money, but this much. And in case you're wondering, what is this going to be spent on? Military. Military for genocide. The genocide that's happening to the Palestinian people? Yeah. Our president wants to ask Congress to give those people, colonizers, $10 billion to help them out with that. Bombs. Mind you, 3,000 Palestinians are dead now, at least, and the number's still going up. And if Congress approves this, I just want to know, is it that you hate spending money or hate spending money on Americans?
Right? We have all the money in the world to do the wrong thing. But God forbid we ask.
Straight fucking facts. We have all the money to do the wrong thing. Did you guys know that it only costs $25 billion to end hunger in the United States and $267 billion to end world hunger? That's billion with a B. Yet between 2012 and 2021, we were able to give away $530 billion with a B in foreign aid. With a B. They don't want to solve the problems that make us happy, healthy, and loved. They clearly want genocide.
I'll be trying to ask y'all, like, what do they got to do before y'all be like, you know what? Murder. They really plain in our face. I'm about to give y'all a couple of facts real quick, and it's going to make you feel disgusting. 2022 self-reported survey found that 4 in 10 Americans do not even have $400 to cover an emergency expense. That means nearly 1 in 4 Americans either have to take out a loan, ask a family member, or find some other way to cover that type of expense. 18% of Americans have less than $100 in their savings account. According to the Bureau of Statistics, between 2022 and 2023, Americans saw their average hourly rate drop 0.5%. 4 in 10 U.S. adults have either delayed or gone without medical treatment because of the expense. Adults ages 65 and older have an extremely difficult time trying to pay their medical bills. This includes hearing, dental, and prescription drug costs. Cost of healthcare often prevents people from even filling out prescriptions they may need for an emergency medical situation. High medical care costs disproportionately affect Black and Hispanic people in America. About 41% of U.S. adults have accumulated debt due to medical bill costs. Affording gasoline and transportation is a top priority and worry for a lot of Americans. 11.6% of Americans live in poverty. That's 37.9 million people in America that are homeless, and some of them include our veterans. So imagine going to fight for this country and coming back home and this country is like, fuck you. 1 in every 6 children in the USA lives in poverty. The highest poverty rate found amongst demographics are Native Americans. You know, the people that actually own this fucking land have nowhere to live. Don't forget that our tax money, the tax money we could be using to create a healthcare system that's universal for everybody to get some healthcare. We could be using that money to aid the homeless. We could be using that money to aid the children in poverty. We could be using that money for our education system because some of y'all are children that should have been left behind. We could be using this money for the people in America, but instead we're funding genocide. This is what our tax dollars are going to. So how much more anger do you have to acquire before y'all do something?
We know what this is, right? We're not stupid. We clearly understand what they're doing here. They are trying to gift wrap humanitarian aid and with additional money, war. They're going to earmark more money for the Ukraine and for Israel. That is only going to require additional humanitarian aid in the future because they keep bombing people with our tax dollars, right? We have all the money in the world to do the wrong thing. But God forbid we ask for universal health care. We ask for better schools. God forbid we ask for student loan forgiveness. God forbid we ask for more resources for our communities to make them safer, to enable for them to thrive. God forbid we ask for investments in, the environment. Then we don't have any money at all.
Is $100 billion going to Israel and Ukraine not terrifying to you guys? Do you guys understand the implications of something like that? Yet we've been begging for cost of living to go down, inflation to go down, minimum wage to go up, healthcare. These are things that they have looked us dead in the fucking face and said, no, we can't afford to do this. We can't afford to do this. People will look me in my fucking face and tell me, oh, people are just leeching off the government. They're just leeching off my tax dollars. Do you realize where the fuck your money goes when you pay taxes? Do you realize that you are literally funding this fucking war? And if you don't fund the fucking war, if you don't fund this, shut up, you go to jail. And then they convince you that fucking homeless people are the problem. Oh, that mother on welfare, she's the issue. We are living in the darkest days of capitalism. The darkest days of capital, like the lowest point. I don't see how much longer they can keep treating us like this, keep supporting things like this, and then expect us not to fucking uprise.
So Biden just announced he's going to give $100 million to Gaza. $100 million, huh? What do you give? What do you give those in Hawaii? Oh, I think it was 700 buckaroos, right? He prioritizes every other country before America. I feel like at this point, he needs to be in handcuffs. No, it's ridiculous. $100 million to Hamas, pretty much, basically. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
A $100 billion foreign aid package for Israel and Ukraine has just been drafted by the Biden administration. This is very, very interesting. And here's the breakdown. A bulk of the package is going to go towards Ukraine, and it also included $10 billion for Israel. But there is some details that have not been announced yet by the White House. And this does come at a time when President Joe Biden has been traveling to Israel to show support to the Jewish state. And Senate leaders are expecting that this aid is going to get lots of support. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer had this to say: "We'd like to get the supplemental package moved as quickly as possible because the needs are great in both Israel and Ukraine." The Republican leader Mitch McConnell also seems to be in support of it too, as he said he would support bundling aid for Ukraine and Israel and that he expects the administration to include money for border security too. I personally doubt that they're going to put any money towards border security. As we take a look at the United States' federal debt, it is just continuing to go up and up and up. And I personally believe in 2024, there's a good chance that they could turn the money printer back on in order to fund various operations and to bail out the entire system. But I want to know, what do you all think about this? Hit the plus.
Well, what do we have here again, brothers and sisters? I told y'all I'm going to keep on coming back at the back to show and prove to y'all. Now, we have another announcement. Biden says he's giving $100 million in humanitarian aid to the Palestinians to ensure no one is living by the rule of terrorists. Bruh. Whoa. You can't make this shit up, man. You cannot make this up. So he's gonna give $100 billion. He's coming up with $100 billion plan aid package. He's giving $10 billion to Israel. He's giving $90 billion. $90 billion, you know what I'm saying, to Ukraine, and then he's gonna give $100 million to Palestinians. And he still ain't gave you niggas nothing. He ain't gave you nothing yet. He ain't give you know how Biden treating black people? You know when a nigga owe you some money? Like when a nigga owe you some money, and he say, man, I got you, bro. And then you see him shopping on social media. You see him going shopping, spending money. He going to restaurants. He chilling. He at the store. You know, he like, damn, where the fuck my money at, bro? You motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you got me. You know what I'm saying? You owe me some money. But I see you on social media. You know what I'm saying? You out here popping bottles. You popping bottles. You booking sections, and you doing all type of shit. What's going on with my money, bro? That's how Biden is treating black people. Like, I got y'all, don't trip, I got you, bro, I got you. Then he out partying and stuff. He just started giving money to everybody else. Ain't gave you nothing. But he turned around and told your black ass that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And you were just so illogical and emotional. You wanted Orange Face out of the office so bad. This is what you got in return. Now look at you. 85% of you are broke. You don't have no money. Now look at you. Yes, I'm going to keep throwing it in your face because you got to wake the fuck up. He's finna give $100 million to Palestinians. And then he's going to allow them to come over here. And he's going to allow Palestinian refugees to come over here to America. And he's going to give them all type of financial resources and aid and money and driver license and everything. Right in your face. And he going to still treat you like you one of the guys that owe money. I got you, bro. I got you. Don't trip. Chill out. I got you, bro. But he on social media popping bottles and going shopping, buying the new Jordans. That's how Biden treating black people. Man, y'all got to wake the fuck up, man.
Now, during his speech or announcement of this, he added to say that this funding will help support over 1 million displaced and conflict-affected people with clean water, food, hygiene support, medical care, and other essential needs. Civilians are not to blame and should not suffer Hamas's horrific terrorism. Civilian lives must be protected and assistance must urgently reach those in need. He added to say, we will continue to work closely with partners in the region to stress the importance of upholding the law of war, supporting those who are trying to get to safety or provide assistance, and facilitating access to food, water, medical care, and shelter. Now, before I share some reactions from people in the comments, I just want to share the reaction of Miami's Republican Senator Rick Scott, who said he was against this since the money that will go to the money will go to the Iran-backed Hamas terrorists. Now, he went on to say Hamas controls Gaza, so every dime that will be sent into Gaza will go to Hamas. This is crazy because Hamas is holding American citizens and Israelis hostage, and we are going to give them money. The senator said we are going to give American taxpayers money to the Palestinian Authority that gives money to the family of the unalived terrorists for unaliving Americans. He went on to say that if the US can't control where the money will go, then the administration shouldn't be giving it to them. With that said, let's take a look at how others reacted to this in the comments. Now, the first comment reads, I wish he could help the people of the USA like all these other countries. $100 million to people that hurt America, but $700 to the citizens of Maui. Make it make sense. Where was this money to Hawaii? Are we just the world's ATM when we have so many people homeless and hungry? That's all US presidents got, money for war but can't feed their own. This one says, okay, hold on, we give money to Israel to attack Gaza, then we give Gaza money to rebuild. No money to help our own, but all the money in the world to help other countries. Our food economy, our public school system, our medical debt, why didn't any of that cross his mind? Every few months, we are days away from a government shutdown because we can't afford our own bills. He is giving money like a millionaire, and I'm struggling to pay my mortgage. Now, as you can hear, from the comments, people are very upset with his decision, and they are giving their reasons why. Now, my question to you, my viewers, is what do you think about Biden's move? Do you think this was the right thing to do, looking at the challenges America is facing as well? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.